The Justice in Fallout 4 is a unique combat shotgun that can stagger your enemies, and in this video I will show you how to get it. Hi, I'm Mo and I'm trapped in Fallout. You can purchase the weapon by going to Covenant. Covenant is directly southeast of the Starlight Drive-In. It is also directly far southeast of Sanctuary. Once you make it to Covenant, just go ahead and go inside. Now you will need to speak to Swanson over here to pass a somewhat makeshift GOAT exam. But once you're inside, what you want to do is go into this house here you see on the right hand side. Go inside and speak to Penny Fitzgerald. From here, select the barter option and then go ahead and simply purchase the weapon. As already mentioned in the intro, the Justice has the ability to stagger your enemies. This means that each time you fire upon an enemy, there is a chance that it will stagger the enemy, causing them to somewhat lose their footing. And when that happens, that basically gives you a window to continue shooting at the enemy. The advantage of doing this is that if you can continue to stagger the enemy multiple times, then they won't really have a chance to get back up, giving you ample time to pretty much take them out. And this includes very difficult creatures such as Deathclaws. As already mentioned, the Justice is a unique version of the combat shotgun, and it fires as a result of shotgun shells. The base version of the weapon has a clip size of 8 with a fire rate of 20 and a range of 35. It has an accuracy of 28, and when using in VAS, each action will cost you 35 points. There are a number of perks that you can take to increase the damage of the Justice. If you have ranks in Rifleman, then this will increase the damage of the Justice as long as it remains a non-automatic weapon. If you instead have ranks in the Commando perk, then this will increase the damage of the weapon if you convert it into an automatic weapon. Also, if you have ranks in Bloody Mess, then this will increase the damage across all weapons including the Justice. And finally, if you have any ranks in the Basher perk, then anytime you use the bashing mechanics of the Justice, then this will do an additional extra damage. When we consider modifications for the weapon, let's look at the receiver. For the receiver, I would suggest that you go either with the advanced receiver or the powerful automatic receiver. I would suggest that you go with the powerful automatic receiver simply because the Justice weapon has a chance to stagger the enemy. So if you go with an automatic receiver, all you have to do really is just hold down the trigger button, and like you've seen in this video, not a lot will be able to stand in your way. When considering the barrel, again just go with the long ported and shielded barrel. This will reduce your recoil and increase your range, and it also narrows the spread. When considering the stock, go with the recoil compensating stock. You will need a gun nut or level 3 to get this, and this will greatly reduce the amount of recoil that this shotgun does. For the magazine, I would suggest you go with the quick eject drum magazine. What this will do is increase the amount of ammo you can contain. Now, given that you will convert this weapon into an automatic weapon, the more ammo you are able to hold in one clip, the more stagger you will be able to get off on any enemy. When it comes to the sight, you will probably benefit more from having just a standard sight as opposed to any scoped sight. If you decide to fire from the hip, then just go ahead and select any one of these standard sights. Otherwise, I would just aim down the scope using something like one of these, and again this will just increase your efficiency of being able to stagger the enemy. And lastly, with the muzzle, again I would go for the suppressor. Now what the suppressor will do is pretty much reduce the amount of sound that you make, but it also decreases the amount of recoil and also increases the amount of control you have over the weapon. Now if you do decide to go with a more sneak build, then this weapon will be pretty useful in that regards. However, it is worth noting that as mentioned, the range on this weapon is pretty small, which means you'll need to get up pretty close to be able to do it. But again, if you're just sort of wandering around, given that this is a shotgun, you would probably most like to be up close and personal anyway. And given that you can stagger enemies with it, that probably won't be too much of a problem. The Justice is an incredible shotgun that has the potential to take out any enemy. But if you prefer to use another unique weapon with another great legendary effect, then click on the video you see on the screen now.